Alright, it's Edmonton Oilers time. Now, the Oilers are a team that have been to 2 straight Stanley Cup finals and have been a successful NHL franchise for a little while now, so the draft has not really been a priority for them over the years, but let's dig into what they've got here for the Prospect Pyramid series. So we're going to get right into the depth category for Edmonton. There's a skilled duo here that I really do think brings some interesting potential for the Edmonton Oilers in Isaac Howard and Matthew Savoie. Now, Isaac Howard is just coming off a fantastic college season and immediately signed an entry-level deal after being traded to Edmonton. There was a lot of drama, it seems, in Tampa before he headed over here. I love this guy. It is very interesting to watch the Edmonton Oilers these days because they traded what probably seemed to be a pretty solid bet to be a bottom 6 checking forward in the NHL in Sam O'Reilly for a really exciting player with a very low floor in Isaac Howard. They also have Matthew Savoie here, and I think these two players are a really interesting combo of skill with a lack of size. I think both of them are players that will need an extended look in the NHL to really know what they're capable of, but both of these players bring high-end skill, talent, and pace of play that I do really like. It's just going to be a matter of the defensive side of the game, you know, resisting physical pressure. I've always felt Matt Savoie is a very puck possession heavy, sort of individualistic driven player, which doesn't always work super well in the NHL. With some really good quality coaching and some guidance and a good system, I absolutely see these two players fitting in an NHL lineup and doing pretty well. I also have Emil Vinny in the depth category for a goaltender here. I thought he was one of the best goaltenders available in 2024, and he had an okay season this year, but I do still think that he's a good long-term bet. Down in the maybes category, we have two guys. I really don't know if these guys will even make it, but I have liked it when I've seen them play. That's Bo Akey and Will Nickel. And honestly, the Oilers just don't have much beyond that where I can immediately look at them and go, I can see you doing X in the NHL. There just aren't that many players I can see in their system turning out to be NHL players that I can point to immediately and see the role they're going to play. With Bo Akey, I do think there's really good mobility in his game. There's a bit of skill as well. I just don't know why he's not producing more, but I do really like Will Nickel. I thought he took a big step forward in a bigger role with London. He is going to be in a very big role for London this year, and I would expect him to be a very productive player in the OHL, and I do think that he might be an interesting long-term bet for an NHL job one day. I've also got their goaltender that they took this year in Daniel Salonen in the maybes tier. I've just liked him whenever I've seen him this year. The numbers in his game are absolutely staggeringly good from this season. It was at a bit of a lower level of play, so that has to be kept in mind, but a really intriguing goaltender nonetheless. I thought every time I've seen him, he's been relatively impressive, and yeah, it seems like as good a candidate as any. But beyond that, there's just a bunch of guys. Aiden Park, people seem to like him, but he almost went undrafted for a second time, and I've never been super blown away by his game. I have liked some of these players in the past. Guys like Peter Hauser have been interesting to me over the years. David Lewandowski was kind of interesting this year. Tommy Lafreniere is a very smart and intriguing pickup, but again, I just don't know if he's an NHL player. Asher Barnett is a really intriguing defenseman, but I just don't see more than a solid college player there, honestly, but there is a ceiling to his game, so perhaps there's something lying in the grass here that's just hiding away for the right time to just pop and really turn out to be something special. But the Edmonton Oilers, in general, I haven't really liked how they've drafted over the years. They haven't drafted that much, and what they have got, I don't know. But managing to bet on Isaac Howard out of all players is a really intriguing pickup, and I think Howard could be a solid NHL player. And Matthew Savoie, there's a big ceiling there. So these guys arguably, to me, ride the line between depth and maybes, but at the end of the day, both are really fun players to watch, and Edmonton will definitely need some help down the lineup scoring goals. So for the Edmonton Oilers, I am sorry, Oilers fans, but I would say a 3C. There just is really a whole lot of stuff that I don't see in the NHL one day. Guys that I think, maybe, but I wouldn't bet on it. Even Howard and Savoie leading the way, there's risk there. There's just a lot of meh in Edmonton's system, and when there isn't that, not the strongest system, but also, I don't know why you would care if you're an Edmonton fan, because you get to go to the Stanley Cup a lot. So hopefully that trend continues and you don't even need these guys. In terms of looking towards the future of having the Oilers with an old Connor McDavid and these guys rounding out the lineup, I don't know if I see that. And with that, we're going to call it. If you liked the video, definitely like and subscribe. If you really liked it, definitely consider a subscription over at Scouching.ca, where you can get access to all kinds of fun data tools and our Discord server, and plenty of other fun stuff that you're just not going to find anywhere else on the internet. So check that out at Scouching.ca. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.